Hello guys, welcome to my first ever Minecraft video on how to make a really good home design. Today I have a very small house design for you, and this is mainly for those beginners on servers that want to make something nice out of the limited materials they have, and they also want to have a little bit of efficiency inside their home. So I'm going to give you a quick base tour. If you guys like it, I'm going to show you how to build it. Now, as you see, you get a nice corner with furnaces, or you can place chests, whatever way you depict that you want to customize this to your needs. You have a large, spacious area on the bottom floor, and on the top floor, I would like to make this my loot room. So, as you see, these blocks on top, they're actually staircases, so you can still access your chest even though they got the blocks underneath them. You can make this quite sizable. You can multiply this, or you can customize it to your needs. Now, if you guys like this, I'm going to show you how to build it real quick. Okay, now all I have done is that I created this one pathway going straight across, and what you want to first begin with is that I want you to region off a 12 by 12 area, because the reason why we're only going to be digging a 10 by 10 at the moment, which I'm going to do in just a second, is because the 10 by 10 is where underneath these pillars are, and the interior base, the extra one on each side, which is the 12 by 12 instead of a 10 by 10, is going to be underneath these edgings where the fencing is. So for now, we're just going to dig out a one deep 10 by 10 hole. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I just want to go back and empty out that square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that goes 10 this way, 10 that way. And now I just want to meet it all together and square it off. Now after this, what I'm going to do is that I am going to be building up the pillars, setting the floors, and later on I'm going to start adding in the decorative items like the wool and the floor that you see in the other house. What I'm also going to add later is that I'm going to add the torches for lighting, the glowstone, and etc. So for now, since these are going to be pillars mostly underneath, I'm just going to use logs as a representation of what you are going to build on top of. So in the corners here are going to be your pillars, and you want to skip one, place one. Skip a spot, place one. Now right here are going to be your two front doors, so I would recommend putting some oak planks. It looks very nice. And what you want to do is that you want to continue these corners here and here as well. Now what you're going to do is that you want to make sure that all these planks, well, logs, are going to be facing the right direction. So all of them are going to be facing upwards. So besides on that one beam that goes straight across right there where I'm looking at, it's always going to be pointing upwards. So make sure you try to not do that, because it's going to look weird when you start building it upwards. It's just going to look odd. So let's build up those things. What we want to do is that we build them 4 high. Right now we have 1, 2. I'm not counting this because you're not going to see this. You can replace those bottoms if you are very resource contentive, like understanding that you want to hold back on resources a little bit and not spend too much. You guys can replace that with just normal dirt or something like that. So right now I just had those as blank holder spots, so you guys can replace at this point. So you just want to go from the floor level and count 4 up. So right now I got 3, and I'm going to do 1 up. Let me just change the day real quick before it becomes a problem. So here we go. I'm going to fly up here. I'm sure you probably don't have that ability, but it just saves a lot of time. So I got 1, 2, 2 more. 1, 2. There we go. And 1, 2. And I think I need to do this one more time. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to create that beam that goes straight across. So I want you to realize that these are going to be your doors. So doors are too high, you're going to have your staircase that's upside down, so you're going to have your pillar right above it. You're going to do that. Now we're going to do our normal walls on the inside, and then we're going to create our floor. So what we have here is that we have that tube door there right by the stairs. So this is the 2 window. We have the staircase going up like that. We have that 1 window, and then we have a 2nd window. And both windows are in the middle. So what we want to do is that, as you see, we got 6 here. We want to build a window there, and it's going to be going upwards, and we're going to build a window straight across from it, so it's going to be there. So what I want to do at the meantime is that I just want to plop those bases of the windows right there, and I want to build up the walls. So I know these center two are the window, and this is going to be the wall. So there we go. We have the beginning of our wall, and we just want to build that straight on up. On this side, you want to do the same thing. Build it straight on up. Now, what you want to do is that you're going to start working on this wall. You're pretty much done with the walls here, and here, and here. You're pretty much done besides placing some glowstone, some glass panes, and some steps. You're pretty much okay. So we're going to focus on this back wall. I know that these two are going to be filled, and so it's going to be staircase, staircase, block, staircase, staircase. So I know my window is going to be right here, so this is going to be glowstone, and this is going to be solid wall. So let's build this one up. And now we're going to start placing our glowstone. If you don't have glowstone, you can always use a torch and a solid glass block. So if you happen to have no access to glowstone at the moment, I'm going to show you what you can do in the meantime. So let me get rid of this glass block and the wool. We can do that a little bit later. And if you wanted colored glass, of course, that's only if you are able to do it and if you want to do it. So you could just place a torch down here, just like a solid glass block, and then when you get glass panes, you just want to boom boom there. And that'll still look nice and all, because especially from your outside and you have your wood border going like this, it looks lovely. So if you happen to have no access to glowstone, but you still want that lighting effect that we're going to have, you can do that just fine. I would just recommend that you replace the side dirt blocks around it and the one underneath it to something that's like a little bit more better looking. So in this case, I'm just going to be using logs. So when you look down it, or your friends do, it just makes it look a lot better. There we go. It looks a little bit better, especially when you pass down there. And this is where you would just create a border at the time. So for now, we're not going to do that because we're going to assume that you have glowstone. So I am just going to get rid of that. I'm going to leave that there and just place my glowstone here, here, and I want to put it right there. So, and now I want to place my glass panes. I got one there, got here. Now we're only going to go one level, so it's there and there. We got two up here, and one here, and one here. The reason why we're not putting glowstone underneath this is because it just makes it look odd. If you have too much openness, it's going to also sacrifice how much space you have to place stuff against the wall, like furnaces, chests, and stuff like that, if you just constantly fill it up with glass. Now we're going to put a step upside down here, here, and we're going to go all the way around and do that above all the windows. So we're going to do here and here, one here, and two here. Since we're done with our frame, we're done with that, we want to start creating our border and our floor. So what I'm going to do is that temporarily I'm going to fill this all up with oak wood. And later, I'm going to show you guys how to put down the wool and make it look nice. So for now, I'm just putting this straight down, just so we can stand on it, build, and start finishing our actual house. If you guys happen to have any questions about this build or have any suggestions for something that you would like me to build in the future, just please let me know and I would happily do that for you. So, as you see, we got this nice pillar across. We got these. What we're going to do is that, if you're wondering about that, we're going to have a solid piece of log that's facing upwards. Now remember, this pillar is the only one that goes sideways. The rest of it all goes straight up. So once I build up my staircase, I'll be doing that. So I'm going to build up my original staircase, which was one here, one there, one here, one there. I had a plank here and here, and I had staircase. So, and I think I just messed up just a tad. I think I had my window just over one. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just move this over just one. I apologize for that. I'm very sorry, but I think that's where it's supposed to be. And I'm just going to put this lock right here. I think that's where it's supposed to be. Yes, it is. So underneath these stairs, if you want to, you can always just put like a little hole here, and you can start building downward staircase if you wanted a basement or something. For this instance, I'm just going to build a duplicate, so I just want to make it look nice, so I just put some logs like that. So let's go ahead and finish off this border on this edging up here. Get rid of this. Put this down here. And there we go. We have pretty much our first floor finished, minusing a little wool, placing our furnaces and stuff like that. But now we want to start building our second floor. What you want to do is that you want to get your birch wood slab. So it's pretty much your half step for birch. The reason why I do a birch is because it has a lighter tone to it, and it doesn't seem so repetitive and all the same colors all the time. It just looks a lot better. So we're just going to expand that straight across here, pull this out 2, 3, and then add it right against there. If you have this even one closer, you won't be able to go down their steps, so go ahead and leave it like that. So let's continue, and we will finish off our second floor that you would be walking on. After that, we will finish off our roof. I'll give you guys an idea if you guys choose to do it with your roof. It looks very, very nice, but I like that idea, which over there, I think that looks better. But if someone decides to add it for fully look purposes at all, then you guys can do that, no problem. I'm actually going to plop this here because I believe that if I do one more, that'll block you from going down, as you see here. So there we go. You can place out one, just don't place two. So now we're going to start beginning our pillars going up the second floor, and at that point we're going to start creating our roof. So we're going to start building our oak wood, and we're going to build it up on this pillar and this pillar here. You're going to have a 2 block in between, and you want to build this up 3 times. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. You want to build this up 1, and you want to do the same with this one. You want to do the same thing on the other side. So you got that one there, just like there. You want to build this here, you want to build this here, there. So you want to build this up to a total of 3, 2, 3. And what you want to do is that you want to get your cobblestone and put one here, one there, one here, one there, here, and here. As you see, now you're starting to create a steps, if you would, that you're going to end up placing your roof on. Now here in the center, you're going to have 2 slabs facing, 2 logs facing up and down. So you don't really have anything to connect to it right now to get that straight up and down. So we're going to wait for that just a little bit. If you guys would like to, you guys can at this point start adding your glass panes here, and you could do it here as well. And if you decide to do that, you could also at that point add your oak going straight down like this. Now I would take this opportunity to grab a torch and plop it right here and here on both sides. This will give you just enough light on both sides to where you won't have monsters spawning, you won't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to fly for this because it's a lot easier for the video, and let me reset the time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin our roof. We're going to go down here and we're going to create our first level of our roof. So you just want to aim towards the bottom of the block and just right click and build one right across and build one out. You want to do that on both sides, and you want to do this all the way up until you reach the top, and you want to do it again on this side. For instance, I am just going to fast forward through this so you guys don't have to watch through it all. Okay, now on this instance, I am going to show you guys that option that I talked about earlier. I'm going to replace this here. Oops. And I'm going to expand this by 1 and expand this side by 1. What we're going to do is that we're going to go remove the 6 centers. So 6 we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are 6 centers. You want to go up 1, and you want to turn inward. So for this one, I'm just gonna turn inward for that, and you want to go up and inward. Get rid of that. Expand this out. Do the same thing on this side. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna turn this sideways. Boop, boop, boop. Turn. Do it again. There we go. Straight, straight. If I could get these stairs to place right. Turn it. There we go. And now I want to do this one more time. If you guys like this, you guys can do this for both sides, and it gives it more of a depth into it so it doesn't look so flat on your roof, if you guys choose to. But I like to have it flat the way it is. I know it doesn't look as cool in the long run. However, it gives you more functionality within the base and adds more rooms onto it, so you guys can like build chests and all that kind of stuff. So at this point, once you get to this level, you've created your lower triangle. So what this is just a window here, and you would have a set of glass panes here, and you would just expand this going straight up. So I'm going to finish this side, and you guys can choose which one you guys would like to do as a roof design. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. And last one. So you guys can choose which one you guys like better. I personally like to have just a plain slanted roof than to have this coming out like that, because if you have this on both sides, it gives it more of a depth instead of a one dimension. So for this instant, I'm just going to remove this and just place it straight across like before, and you're done completely from this point. And I'm just going to show you how to build the carpet and stuff downstairs, like all the wool, and you're done with this build. You can just place your chest wherever you would like it. You can put your furnaces places, and you get to go. So let me just place that. There we go. We got our slanted roof. Place 2 stairs here. Where's the doors? I'm going to steal this door. There we go. Bing bong. Get a nice open area up here. You can place whatever you guys would like. So I'm just going to place some furnaces. I'm going to place some chests. I'll be good to go. So here's my furnaces. I have this chest here simply because I like to go in and hit the chest if I want to dump stuff. So at this point, after you're done setting up your furnaces, your chests, and everything else, so if you decided to throw a bunch of chests here, for example, you can... I like to leave a border around everything because it just looks weird if you kind of don't. So as you see, I have this border around here, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put this in one. So if I didn't have these chests here like the other one, I would put that there, and that I will be filling in with wool. So I like the color blue, so we're going to go with this. Okay, and there we go. We have our nice finished house, and the only difference is I just added some fences around here because why not? I just thought it would look cool. And there you go. You have your finished house. Nice design. Place plenty of chests. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys subscribe, like it, leave a comment if you guys think it's dumb or cool, and if you have any suggestions for any future builds, just let me know. Thank you, and have a great day.
Reaktor.